What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. In today's video we're checking out a couple of new power banks from CUKTECH. CUKTECH basically has a power bank for any budget. So in today's video we're gonna be checking out the CUKTECH CP12, this one right here. This one has a 10,000 mAh capacity and I just checked the price online. So here in Europe you can actually buy this for under 30 euros, which is insanely cheap. Now, before we go any further, I also want to let you know that this video is sponsored by CUKTECH, and of course there will be links in the video description so you can check out the CUKTECH CP12, so this one, and the CUKTECH 20. We'll talk about this one in just a bit. Alright, so the CUKTECH CP12 here has a 10,000 mAh capacity, and you can charge devices from it with a built-in cable, so you have a braided cable right here. Or you can charge devices wirelessly. So this is MagSafe compatible. So if you have an iPhone between the iPhone 12 and iPhone 17, you basically just place the iPhone on top of it and it starts charging right away. However, you can charge other devices as well from it. So for example, if I place this Samsung phone here on it, it will start charging as well. So you can charge other devices as well, but if you don't want to charge a device wirelessly, of course you have the cable, and we actually have another USB-C cable right here. So if you want, you can charge one device from the built-in cable, another device from the USB-C port that we have, and charge another device wirelessly. So realistically, you could charge 3 phones from this at the same time. The wireless output for this power bank is 7.5 watts and the wired output is 20 watts. So if you have time, just place your phone on top of it and let it charge. But if you want your phone to charge faster, of course, plug in the cable and it will charge faster. This also supports 20-watt charging as well. The power bank itself is mostly made out of plastic. The build quality is pretty good, and as you can see for yourself, it is quite small, so you can fit this easily in your pocket or in your purse or in your backpack or wherever. And then you have a 10,000 mAh power bank with you that can basically charge your phone a couple of times, depending on the phone that you have, of course. So very easy to carry this with you pretty much anywhere. And have I mentioned how affordable this is? It is insanely affordable. So yeah, this right here is the CUKTECH CP12. As I mentioned earlier, there will be some links in the video's description so you can check this out. Now, for those of you that need more charging power, well, CUKTECH has you covered with the CUKTECH 20. So this has a 25,000 mAh capacity, and yes, this is safe to take on a plane, so no problem taking this on any plane. The same goes with the smaller one that I just showed you a couple of minutes ago. So if you need more power, more capacity, the CUKTECH 20 is the one to consider. So this one has 3 ports at the top here. With one of those ports, it can output 140 watts. So that is ideal to charge a laptop, for example. So I can easily take this with me and charge my MacBook Pro. We also have another USB-C port at the top here that can output 45 watts. So basically any phone that you have, so an iPhone 16 Pro, an iPhone 17 Pro, a Samsung Galaxy S25 or whatever, you can charge from that second port. And then we also have a USB-A port that can output up to 18 watts. So basically any device that you have, if you have a drone with you, if you have some headphones or anything that you can think of, can basically power from this power bank right here. Another great thing for this power bank is how fast it charges. So this supports 100-watt fast charging, and I've actually tried charging it a few times with a CUKTECH charger that I have. That charger can actually output 100 watts. So of course you're gonna need to buy yourself a fast charger if you wanna take advantage of the fast charging capabilities. So basically charging this from 0 to 100 is gonna be done in less than 2 hours. So you plug this in for a few minutes, it charges to like half, and then you can take it to you and you can charge your laptop, charge your phone, and whatever else you have. So it's great that this charges so fast. So in the box with this, you're also gonna find this carrying pouch. This is great to have because otherwise you're gonna scratch this up, and you also find a cable. It's nice to have a cable. The cable is also pretty long, fairly long. So you have a cable, you have this, but you can use any cable that you have basically. Now, this does look quite special. I love the design of it. I love the fact that we have on the screen on the front here. On the screen here, you can actually see the charging speeds, the discharging speeds. You can see all the devices that you have connected and charging or discharging. So you can see everything from here, and you can also change certain things by pushing this button here. So you can see it in this format or you can see it in this format. So it's nice to have that screen there so you can actually see how much power every device is pulling. Plus we have this little light in the center here. So whenever this is being used, you actually see that light moving. So pretty cool. So the design of this is quite special. Of course, mostly when we compare it to a budget-friendly power bank like the CP12 here. Size-wise, of course, this is a bit bigger when compared to something like the CP12 here. This is tiny. This you can fit in your pocket. This you're probably not going to be able to fit in your pocket, but it should be fine in any backpack. When I travel, I basically put it in the side pocket of my backpack. Then I have the cable there. Whenever I need to charge the phone or whatever I'm using, I just plug in that cable in whatever device I'm using. And you only realize how much you miss one of these when you forget this at home. So pretty much everywhere I go, I always bring one of these with me because it's so handy to have one and never run out of power anywhere you go. Alright, so next we're gonna move on to a bit of a live charging test, let's call it. Our power bank is at 46%. I have my MacBook Pro right there. Now the battery pack can output up to 140 watts, so ideal for charging laptops, but I believe that laptop only pulls around 90 watts. We'll see now. The battery is pretty low on that as well. We are also going to charge this phone and this Samsung device. So let's plug in my laptop. So we plugged in the laptop, so we can see it right there. It's currently pulling about 77, 80, 91. So about 91 watts. We're gonna plug this phone here to the other USB-C port. So this one is charging as well. That one is pulling about 7 watts and going higher. And we'll plug in this Samsung device as well. So now we have the laptop pulling about 91. This phone here pulling about 12 watts and the Samsung pulling about 9.2 watts. We'll just give it a bit of time because it takes certain devices a bit longer to reach their maximum charging speed. And of course that maximum charging speed also has a lot to do with the state of charge. So the laptop is still pulling about 90 watts. The Technophone here is pulling about 22 watts and our Samsung phone is pulling about 9.2 watts. So as I said at the beginning of the video, CUKTECH has a power bank for any budget. I got to try a lot of power banks from CUKTECH. I also have here the CUKTECH 15. I also have the CUKTECH 10 somewhere. I also have their charger. I have the CP12 now. I know there is a larger capacity one as well available. I have the CUKTECH 20, so pretty much a power bank for any device, any needs that you may have, any charging needs that you may have. As always, there will be some links in the video's description so you can check out these power banks. Once again, thanks CUKTECH for sponsoring this video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll try to answer whatever questions you may have. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one.